Roll call. And everybody tuning in, we're talking about that finale of If Loving You Is Wrong. So again, everybody tuning in, no have and have not questions accepted. This is all about If Loving You Is Wrong. You're probably surprised to see it on the channel because I can't even remember the last time I did a live stream on If Loving You Is Wrong. I think I might have done one once, maybe. I don't remember, but. All right now, audience, come on now. Y'all the ones that told me to get back on here and do this video, so come on. What you got for me? All right, hey, Nathaniel. There we go. The numbers are creeping up. Creeping up. Hey, Caleb. And again, we're talking If Loving You Is Wrong, have and have not questions will be ignored. Because pretty much I feel like I answered everything anyway. But for starters, the only thing about the haves and the have-nots I'll accept on this chat is the fact that how come the haves and the have-nots doesn't get 90-minute finales? Because I feel like, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to the haves and the have-nots and their season finales, they feel rushed in a lot of places, but then there's only like one or two sections where the pacing is good. And If Loving You Is Wrong, it's like kind of all over the place. Like there were good parts about the episode and bad parts. Like most of it was kind of but I think they did, like, they kept us guessing. Like, I definitely want to watch more. Okay. Lisa. Is Kelly really dead? That is the question. And a video I posted this morning. I feel like when it comes to Kelly, if you watch Black Lightning, and spoiler alert, she actually had a role on Black Lightning, and in Tuesday night's episode of Black Lightning, she apparently died in that show. And then she dies on If Loving You Is Wrong on Wednesday. I don't know if that's a coincidence, but come on now, back to back. With If Loving You Is Wrong, it's not impossible to say that she might be alive. Like if Lucian is able to get help in order to, you know, get her off of the, however she hung herself, then maybe it is possible to save her. But my gosh, that, like, at the moment, I'm pretty much refusing to even post a picture of her feet dangling like that, you know, and it's, that is a bit too much. I mean, like, you probably wonder what Jeremy, you post pictures of like when Jennifer Salison was shot and when Amanda was in her bed with all the blood and when Quincy was bleeding out on the floor. That is true, but I feel like with Kelly, that was like an entirely different level. Yeah, I heard the show is good, but I don't watch it. I actually have not watched like the last 4 or 5 episodes. I watched the finale though. I need to go back and watch those episodes though. I do. But yeah, guys. Now here's a throwback for you. So I'm 26. So I was a kid when this movie came out. Disney's Tarzan. What was that guy's name? Clayton, like the safari hunter dude that was a poacher. Now, I remember when he was attacking Tarzan at the end of the movie, he got trapped in some vines and he started cutting his way out, you know, of his knife. But Tarzan was like, stop, don't do it, because he cut one too many vines. And then the next thing you know, he unintentionally hung himself. And we actually didn't see him die. We actually saw the vine tighten up, and he knew from the look on his face what was going to happen. And then when the lightning, you know, struck in the background, we saw a silhouette of his body dangling from the tree. So that was pretty graphic. That was the vibe I got from If Loving You Is Wrong. We saw Kelly's feet dangling above the ground. I was like, oh my God. Whew. Yeah, Marcy, there was just too much. The baby miscarriage, Kelly, the shed on fire. Because she wanted a baby so bad. Yeah. The haves and the have-nots of Loving You Is Wrong always have to be that one guy that's gay. I'm actually going to do a video, and again, these are I got a lot of ideas during the off season, so don't worry, the channel is still going to be alive and running. I need to do a video talking about, you know, like, is homosexuality, adultery, negative projections of black women, that kind of stuff. I just need to do a video about, you know, is that stuff kind of being force fed to us in these shows? I just wanted to get people's thoughts on that. I was shocked that Larry's alive though, so that was interesting. That's why I feel like, you know, Kelly might have a chance for surviving, because if Larry could survive everything that he went through, then there might be a chance for Kelly. Esperanza get this sounds pretty messed up what I'm about to say, but it would not surprise me if a lot of fans would have wanted Esperanza hanging instead of Kelly. I think the officer is gay in that show, but he says he's not gay. Yeah, but again, we're trying not to do have and have not discussion, because that's, you know, that's a completely different show. So, but yeah, you know, for the people watching, tell me, come on now, tell me in the chat, what did you think of the episode overall? Like, I don't even want to rank it because I'm 4 episodes behind, and I don't feel like it's fair for me to judge it. So yeah, guys, in the chat, let me know what you thought of the episode. Did you like it? What were some of your favorite parts? Come on, get the ball rolling. I mean, yeah, they're compared to each other, so. But I already did a have and have not. Eddie needs to go. And yeah, I mean, to be honest though, Eddie's probably one of the few reasons I'm actually watching the show, just to see what kind of antics he's up to next, even though he does need to, karma needs to, what goes around comes around, needs to come back strong on him. I mean, Larry might try to come back with even triple the revenge, so we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, Eddie gets on a lot. Sorry, it seems to be like a bus or something outside, so if you hear any beeping, I apologize. Eddie does get on a lot of people's nerves. That's why I still think that he might have been the one to catch the shed on fire, because remember that after Larry, that Randall was next on his revenge list. Hey, Dominique. And again, everybody tuning in, come on now, the chat's moving kind of slow. This is why I don't do If Loving You Is Wrong live streams, because the chats never really move anywhere. Tell me what you thought of the darn episode now. I hope Kelly isn't dead. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing about If Loving You Is Wrong. Like, even whenever I talk to my mom, the same thing. Too many missing character and background story in the show. The one thing that the haves and the have-nots slightly has over If Loving You Is Wrong, not as many characters disappear. They either get killed off or they're just gone. Kaleem, you all right? You don't have to keep repeating the same chat now. Come on. Yeah, a lot of people are hoping that Kelly isn't gone. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, come on, justice needs you. And I'm not blaming Natalie, but I kind of felt that she should have got the vibe that Kelly wasn't really all there. But to be fair, Kelly hasn't been right in the head for quite ever since she shot Travis, so. I blame Ian. Yeah, that's true. Because if he wasn't as cowardly against Larry, then maybe things would have changed. Ian should go to jail for forging Randall's name. Ooh. I mean, I don't even know what to say about Randall except for the fact that he wants to sue everyone that moves. I feel like that's his only line of dialogue. Yeah, that's true, Kaleem, in terms of revealing new characters. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, Marcy losing a baby was a shock. That really was a surprise to a lot of people, actually. And don't worry, like, I'll have more individual videos about If Loving You Is Wrong coming out soon, but I just want to get on here to get everybody's thoughts on it. Randall is psycho. Yeah, but for what reason? Like, maybe I missed something because I don't pay attention to this show as much as it has in the Have Nots, but do they ever explain why he's the way he is, or he's just like that? Who should we blame for Kelly's so-called death? Yeah, I got a video on that as well as more ideas of who set the shed on fire, but there are just so many ways to go in terms of blaming the death of Kelly. Well, so-called death. I mean, as a like, I don't want to put it all on Lucian because if anything, he's been trying to. He's one of the few characters on the show that has a good head on his shoulders and has been trying to help. But as a cop, wouldn't he kind of be aware of like suicide signs, maybe? But really, Kelly has been acting well more annoying than usual lately, like crying and stuff. So yeah, Steven was in the episode. I mean, I don't know who to blame for Kelly's death. That's why I haven't done a video on that yet. I gotta like sit down and think about it. There are just too many avenues. Yeah, this was definitely the best cliffhanger this show has had. I agree with that, Eric, wholeheartedly, because it definitely makes me want to watch more. But I'm still curious. Remember that If Loving You Is Wrong came back a lot sooner than it usually does, because I believe that Tyler Perry did it that way so we can have his own block of shows during a week where Tuesdays is the halves, If Loving You Is Wrong on Wednesday, and then the Pains on Friday. I don't know about you, but I keep thinking today is Friday for some reason. It's kind of messing me up. Like I'm thinking that the Pains are coming on tonight. I need to check on YouTube because I'm pretty sure the Pains has a couple of clips from the night on tomorrow night's episode. And also, I just wanted to throw this out there that I'm not doing any have and have not discussion on this video. The mid-season finale, that's going to be its own separate video. I'm telling you this right now. I'm pretty much going to try to refuse to even look at the clips that they release on the Facebook page. Man, I bet they didn't kill Randall. Yeah, you know good and well they didn't kill Randall and Alex. Like, they probably put them in a... Well, just put it this way. Remember that Veronica was in a freaking car that was on fire but got dragged out at the last minute. They're in a shed with power tools and crap. You don't think they can bust a window somehow? Oh my God, Eric. Come on now. That's just, wow. Wow. Yeah, Cassandra, no, they never explained why Randall was so bitter. That's the one, that's the same thing again. Well, with Veronica, I hate to say it, but have and have nots. I hate when they give these characters these major personality shifts, but they don't give us an explanation. He's been that way since the show started. He cheated on Marcy and didn't give her a divorce. Well, yeah, but I mean, I just feel like he's reaching an entirely new level of annoyance, so. I think Brad did it. I mean, Eddie is my top suspect due to the fact that we know Brad drove off when he saw Randall and Alex going to the shed, but who set the shed on fire? I think Eddie is my first suspect, but everybody has been telling me on different social media that, it could have been a doctor. It could have been Marcy. It could have been Ian. Alex is such a liar. Where's Louise? I don't know. So many characters on the show like Joey, Julian, and the list goes on. The finale was only 60 minutes, but have and have not. Yeah, I agree. Have and have not should definitely get 90-minute finales. Favorite season finale? I mean, talking about If Loving You Is Wrong, this is probably my favorite. This one. But I only watched it once. I need to go back, watch the 4 episodes before it, then I can give you an answer. Randall may be a psycho, but he has a heart. There are so many characters on Tyler Perry shows that are crazy, but they do have a heart underneath all of the exterior. So Alex is such a liar, but I think she's so attractive. I hate that about myself. The worst part is why she got me married in real life. That kind of takes away from the flair. Oh well. Just like Charles and Candace, you want what you can't have. And you're probably wondering, but why don't you think Esperanza is the most attractive? She is, but my thing is it's not always about looks, it's personality. And the fact that Alex is a liar should definitely be a turnoff, but I don't know. It's the fact that she's having sex with a chocolate brother like myself that has me entranced. I'm sorry. Crackhead, morphine dripping, stealing bandits on the shot. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. I mean, my question is, are all of Tyler Perry's shows going on a break after next week? Because we know that If Loving You Was Wrong was last night, Have and Have Nots finale is next week. Maybe after tomorrow night's episodes of The Pains, when they do a preview of next Friday nights, they'll say, oh, and now on the mid-season finale of The Pains. Maybe they'll do that. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It'll pretty much be a downer for all the shows to go on break. But I think that's a good thing for the channel anyway. Whereas Joey, Micah, you're asking all the right questions, but I don't know. There are just so many people on this show who have just up and disappeared. That's why I haven't been fully invested in If Loving You Is Wrong, because every time a character, I either start to get interested in their storyline, they instantly disappear. And it's just like, how am I going to get connected? I wonder if Loving You Is Wrong come back the same time. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. They probably will. But my thing is, the haves and the have-nots only had 10 episodes. So I'm wondering, is it going to come back earlier than expected because it's going to have more episodes? Or will it come on back in June but then be extended throughout the rest of 2018 because there are more episodes? Joey was locked up in jail. Is he still in jail? I thought he was out already. If Tyler Perry wasn't focusing on the pains, I don't blame it on the pains, believe it or not, because I feel like Tyler Perry is like that guy that put in his 2-week notice, and I want to do a video on this. I feel like Tyler Perry is that guy at work that put in his 2-week notice. Like, he's about to leave. He's not doing a damn thing. He's just doing the bare minimum, if that, and he's just ready to move on for the next project. Like, he's trying to wrap up the shows the best way he can, but you can just tell that he's not into it. Like, you don't get me wrong, Tyler Perry is amazing, but we can all agree that the quality of his shows are not where they used to be, because I feel like he's just at the point where he's trying to give these characters, especially these actors and actresses, like a final hoorah in these shows. Not to say that they won't be working for him in other capacities, because for all we know, actors from the haves and the have-nots and If Loving You Is Wrong, they might be in new Tyler Perry projects. Who knows? I don't know where any of the children are on this show aside from Justice, so. Both shows going to another world. I've already talked about this, and I'll probably talk about it again, because after the finale for the Haves next week, I'm going to be doing videos talking about, you know, the season so far, some of my favorite episodes, what is the future of the show. So don't worry. I agree, he is coasting. Yeah, I feel like it's just, you know, like, man, I got more. Dang, it's kind of bad that I need to do a video about this in regards to Tyler Perry, kind of like just getting by on the shows. Cause don't I my thing is because I kind of know in a way that some of the people who work for and watch the show, and I don't want to burn bridges, like criticize them, and then it's like one day I'll apply for a job and it's like, well, you're that guy that made that video about me. But as a fan, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. The overall for the season is 7.5. I agree. There have only been like 2 episodes that I really liked: Hannah's Tea and Errand Boy. When it comes to If Loving You Is Wrong, I guess you could say the big question is, what is Marcy going to do now? The thing about Alex, and again, this is one of the things I find redeemable about her character. Even despite everything that's gone on, she wants to make things right. But if I ever get married, the one thing I want to have, even what, I'm single now. The one thing I want in terms of like character powers and ability, I want to have Brad's ability to just pop up at the right/wrong time. I feel like Brad he's like what do they say? Moms have eyes in the back of their head to catch their kids doing something they ain't supposed to. I feel like Brad has that notion. You know what? They always talk about a woman's intuition and a woman is never wrong. But Brad just pops up. I don't know how he does it. I hope Randall doesn't die. I hope Randall dies, not Alex, because I want to see Alex and Marcy have a better fight. Man, I don't even want to see a fight. I just want to see resolutions. Even though a fight would be kind of hot, but whatever. I don't really like Marcy's crying, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe because I haven't felt sorry for a character in a while. That's the one thing. It's like these characters will definitely have you, in a roller coaster of emotion sometimes. Sorry, I had to stretch. Dang, it's almost 7 p.m. Eddie and Veronica should be together. My God, that would be interesting. I'm going to definitely do, again, keep throwing out these ideas. These are the kind of videos I'm going to be doing during the off season. So there will be a lot of what ifs. Yeah, Melrose, agreed. Tyler Perry may already be working on scripts at home for new projects for BET. He's a workaholic. If true, that's another thing. I can't agree more. He's going to an entirely new network working on you know what? Let me try to Google it real quick. Let me Google it. I want to go see if I can find the article about Viacom, because I remember it listed out like how long he's going to be there and what kind of projects he's going to be working on. Just 1 second. Look at this. 3 days ago. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Viacom's Bob Bakish talks Tyler Perry BET movie, TV production growth, and film finance and strategy. Yeah, look at it. Tyler Perry, and again, this is from Variety magazine. Verity. Sorry, Verity. God. Tyler Perry, and again, I want to do a separate video on this. Tyler Perry is at work on his first BET branded feature film with Paramount Pictures, a project that marks the first fruit of the wide range content packed for the basically Tyler Perry. Basically his deal last year is, starting. The Tyler deal and plans to produce movies co-branded with Viacom's cable networks such as BET, Paramount. Golly. Perry had recently turned in a script for the film and has attached talent with love. Good gosh. Viacom, MTV, Nickelodeon counties. Wait a minute. Yeah, Viacom owns Nickelodeon, MTV. We might see a Madea cartoon for all we know. Comedy Central. Dang, this is crazy. Sorry guys, I'm like literally glancing over this article. Yeah, I'll do another. Let me put a link to this article in the chat here. Let me go ahead. Yeah, I just put a link to that article I was just reading. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing it. Guys, again, I urge you, subscribe if you haven't done so, and share this channel around, because this channel is still going to be going when the shows are off the air. So yeah, Alex needs to get some payback. I think next yeah, somebody's going to be in the hospital. There's no way those two are just going to walk away from that fire. Dang. Am I the only one that likes Trifling Eddie? I like him in the sense that he makes the show interesting, even though he's kind of like the Veronica of If Loving You Is Wrong. So, if you was Brad, you wouldn't want Alex then, but she is sexier. I'm sorry. I love Alex. I don't know why. I feel like that's. I know I'm stupid, but whatever. I can't help it. Alex runs her mouth about yeah. Alex runs her mouth about everybody's business but her own. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Jeez Louise. I'm not gonna lie here. I'm kind of fired up after reading that Bicom article. Like, Tyler Perry did a script already. That shows you that these show man, Too Close to Home is my second favorite. I hope he brings it back, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me be honest here. If it unless his deal was like, look, we got to do everything from scratch, then I get it. But if not, then Too Close to Home and these have and have nots, they should come back on another channel because he already has the foundation set up. It's like, I know this sounds kind of bad, but the fact he's working on so many projects, he wouldn't have to work as hard on these shows because it's already been laid out for him. And so he just needs to get a team. But hey, you know what? Whatever. I don't. What do I know? I'm just a fan. Whatever. I don't know. Forget it. I don't know. I'm done. But that's another rant on its own. But guys, it's almost been 30 minutes. We're going to cut this live stream. It's been 2 in a row. But trust and believe, I will have more of Loving You Is Wrong videos on the way. Have and have not live streams and predictions. So don't give up on the channel, guys. We just hit over 20,000 subscribers. YouTube is what I do now for a living, so the channel will still go on even during the off season. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I need to go out. I'm sick of being in front of my computer, and I'll talk to you again soon.